Hey, precious. Hi, honey. How you doing? How you doing? Hey. Everybody can give Dad a little love, can't they? There's my Lily. That's my Daisy. And there's my Lily. Hi, honey. And here's Jimmy. Here's Haas. Huh, yeah. Well, I love you all. Okay. Alright, guys. Alright, allergies are real bad today. We've had this rain and I'm allergic to outdoor mold. So, eye starts watering like now. I'm not crying. And sinuses. Yeah, how do I live here? I love it. Where I'm going at with this video is, 3 days ago, I was using my tractor. And before I used it, I checked the oil coolant, cleaned out the air filter, just checked it all out, make sure everything looked good. And it was, and I used it that day for, I didn't use it long though, maybe like a half an hour or something. Parked it, and I knew I had to use it again the next day. Came on outside and turned the key, and all it did was click, click, and that was it. Well, I went to further trying to figure out what's going on, and I guess I never hit the record button or anything. I don't even know if I had the camera when that happened, because I was going to use a tractor, so the camera really wasn't with me. So where I'm getting at is, yesterday I went and videotaped me working on the tractor, what I found. I got it fixed, but I realized that I never told the story what happened to the tractor, you know, why, what it did. And so I figured today I'd just tell you real quick. And like I said a second ago, it was clicking. The headlights weren't dimming, so I knew it wasn't a battery. I knew it wasn't the motor, I mean, but it sounded like it would be, but it wasn't, because I just used it and it's been running perfect. So my thing was, it was going to be a starter issue. And so you're gonna, about right now, you'll be showing, the video come on, it'll be real bright, and I'm gonna start. All right, you're only a few inches away from where the starter is. So here we go. See if it does it. All right, so that's what I'm against. It just, to me, when I have the lights on, whatever, I really don't see the lights dim drastically if it was a motor, an engine locked up. So let me take these side panels off, and then we'll go from there. We've got one bolt that holds the side skirt on. It's right here, and it's 1/2 inch. So we're going to go ahead and remove that. Get that out of the way. Okay, that's loose. Now we should be able to pick this panel up and off. There we go. Here's the starter right here. I don't see nothing wrong. All the wires seem tight. That cable piece seems tight. And the battery sits way up over here. I just don't think it's a battery issue. It sticks up in here. I'm going to go grab my big pair of channel locks, and I'm going to grab this alternator, and I'm going to try to see if I can't spin the alternator. If I can spin the alternator, which means spin the engine, or maybe I can just grab this. Let me see something here. I'm trying to see if the motor's locked up. No, I can't use that. Let me go get my big channel locks, and we're going to try to spin this over by using the alternator. Okay. By me grabbing the channel locks, the belt's pretty tight. I should be able to squeeze this pulley and rotate. Let me tighten this up one more time and rotate that engine just enough to make sure it's not locked up. I don't think it is though. So let me squeeze the belt. I can see the crankshaft. Looks like the motor's moving. So I'm going to say it's not the
Motor's not locked up. Let's see, I played with those connectors. Let me see if it does anything now. Let's see what we got. Nothing at all. Alright, what I'm going to do is get a hammer, and I'm going to tap the starter, and let's see if it starts. Alright, I got a hammer, so we're going to tap the starter, and then see if it starts right if you do it. So let's try it one more time real quick. Alright, nothing. Alright, now let's smack the starter. Nothing. Let's see here. Let's hit down here on the front of the starter. Nothing. Alright guys, what I did find here, and I don't know if it's going to fix it, that's your starter cable, but you see that bolt right there, that nut? It was semi-loose, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to keep the light and turn it. It's not that tight. Watch. Look. It's not that tight. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take it off, because it could have arced the cable, and if it did, it corroded it kind of. I'd have to show it to you. And I mean, I don't know if that's the problem. I mean, I did grab the cable and shook it, but the cable's held on by a bracket, like a screw like this on the other side. So the cable can't move yet. When I was grabbing it, wiggling, I thought it was tight, but as soon as I turned that, I realized it wasn't tight. So I'm going to disconnect this battery. Then I'm going to take that nut off right here, and I'm going to look at that cable, and let's make sure it's not burnt. I mean, that still may not be it, but I tell you what, it is not supposed to be loose. So let me get the battery disconnected, and I'll bring you back when I get that done, and we'll take this cable off. All right, got the two wires off. Now, there is two spots that's been arced on. Hopefully you can see it. This side leaks pretty clear, okay? You don't see much. Flip it over here. Back on this bottom side, you see it where it's arced. It's black. But also, look, only part of this is only hidden. There's another arc up here also on this top side. So you get a black spot here, which means it's arcing, and you have another one right there. But also, this is not a full, it is not hitting that bolt fully. Here's the cable. Battery is disconnected, and a battery bolt broke, so I want to put a battery bolt in. Now look at this. Okay. Hard to do it with the cable in your hand, but look right there, it's black. Over here is black. So it arced here. Now what's the other side look like? On this side looks pretty good. So my guess, well, I know for a fact anyway, that these two ride on top of each other. Something like that. So what I'm going to do is get some sandpaper. We're going to clean this all up really good. I'm going to get my light, and I'm going to make sure, look at this bolt back here, see what we're looking at. That's your key. You know when you turn your key, this is your key wire right here. So you turn the key to start, that shoots power to this, which clicks over the relay. You've already got power to your starter already all the time, but that clicks power to your starter, engages your starter, makes it spin. Alright, so let's go and get some sandpaper. I'm going to clean these connections all up, and I'm going to put this back together again. Okay, I got most of all that cleaned up, but I wanted to show you something. This washer, you can see it's burnt right there. It arced. So we get arcing. We have poor connection going on. When you have not enough voltage going to your solenoid, like I said, you turn your key on your car. That is that one wire I pointed to. And if you don't have enough voltage, it will spark and arc. When it arcs enough, it causes a poor connection. And what I'm hoping is that after I clean this up and put it back together, it will allow it to, it has enough power to turn over. It's just a real quick hope and wish. But what I'm going to do now, though, is also clean this nut up, this washer off. Just make it look nice and shiny. Get rid of the rust. God, this tractor's outside all the time. It vibrates all the time. You know, a tractor, and these I mean, I have found bolts loosen all the time. I bet you right now I can look around and I'll find a bolt loose somewhere because they just vibrate so bad. So let's just clean this all up really good. Let me show you what I did here, and I'm going to turn the camera off, and then I'll finish cleaning this all up. All right, let me, I don't want to lose that. Okay, as you can see here, how nice and shiny that looks. I can't see, so I don't know if I'm getting it. Hold on. You can all see how nice and shiny that looks now. I've got that nice and cleaned up. Both sides, I need to hit it a little bit more right there where that black spot is. And even on this one. Looks good. So I'm going to work on doing this washer. And I'll put this back together again. And then I got to figure out a bolt for the battery, because the battery bolt broke. And we'll go from there. And I'll get it. When I get that back together, I'll turn this on. We'll see if it starts. Alright, I was unable to find a battery bolt, but I put that clamp on real tight, and I got a pair of vice grips on it, squeezing that clamp. So let's see what happens. I mean, hopefully that fixes it, but we'll see. That's it. That's it. Now, I'm not allowing it to start because the glow plugs never heated up. So that's one of the reasons why I shut it off real quick, because no glow plugs are on. I could probably crank it all day and it won't start on these old ones unless the glow plug's on. So, good deal we got that. Man. That's good. Now I got to fix that battery bolt. I got to take the battery out and remove that negative cable. It's one the bolt broke on. It goes to the frame and bring it down to the garage. I got to knock that bolt out and I'll put another one in. I've got battery bolts, but you got to knock that out of there. So, man, that's a good one there. Happy for that one. All right, guys, cool. Well, let me go back over there. I'm going to continue with the battery on this thing, get it taken care of, and then or battery bolt. In fact, while I have it apart, I think I'll just clean the cables since I've already got kind of, had small issues. So. All right, man. All right. I guess that's it, guys. Guys, thanks for watching the channel. I appreciate it. And you never know when something breaks. All right, I'm going to go. Bye.